Patriots Day stars Mark Wahlberg, John Goodman, J.K. Simmons, and Michelle Monaghan, and is directed by Peter Berg. And it's a story about the real-life terrorist attack that happened at the Boston Marathon back in 2013. It recreates what happened at the marathon and also goes deeper into the manhunt to find the two guys that did it. And like I said before, Mark Wahlberg stars in this movie and is directed by Peter Berg. Those two also did Deepwater Horizon last year. By the way, speaking of Deepwater Horizon, digital code. Have at it. So I was really anticipating this movie because I really liked Deepwater Horizon. And this movie also got an earlier release back in December. It got a limited release, but my theater wasn't showing it, so I had to wait till now to see it. And I have to say, this is by far one of the most realistic and intense movies I've seen in a long time. Mark Wahlberg plays a police sergeant who was there the day of the bombing, and he goes on the manhunt to try to find the two guys. And Mark Wahlberg is really good in this movie. He's really good at playing like real life characters in these really gritty, realistic type movies. It was the same for Deepwater Horizon, and it's no different in this movie. He's fantastic. Everyone's fantastic in this movie. The film also focuses on Special Agent Richard Delorier and Police Commissioner Ed Davis. Now, they were kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff while the manhunt was taking place. And John Goodman and Kevin Bacon were really good in those roles. They really focused on looking at footage of the bombing, trying to find whoever could have done it, and all the performances, especially theirs, really carried the movie through. And they're one of the reasons why the story and the movie itself is so dark and kind of depressing when you think about it, but also so good. Also, something that was really good with this movie is the editing. Something they did, they took real security footage from the actual event and put them into the movie at certain parts, and that was actually a really clever idea. It also shows what a good job the actors did throughout the movie, because it doesn't feel like two separate things. It all just feels like one big thing. You know, there's the real security footage, and then there's the movie actors, but it all looks like it's part of one big thing. It actually shows what a great job the editing and what the actors did. There's also a lot of really intense scenes throughout this movie, and I think that's something that Peter Berg does really well. He creates really intense white-knuckle scenes where anything can happen. As for issues with this movie, there's only one for me, and it's kind of the same issue I had with Deepwater Horizon. There's a lot of handheld, shaky camera throughout the movie, and for a movie like this, it's kind of a nitpick. There were just a couple moments where I was watching it, and something happened, and the camera was shaking a lot, and I kind of missed it. Again, it's a nitpick, but it's just that one small thing that bothered me. But other than that, there really isn't much that I didn't like about this movie. This is a well-acted, well-shot, well-directed movie of a real-life tragic event that's so emotional. You just want to know more about the behind-the-scenes stuff because of this movie, or at least I did. The film also pays a great tribute to everyone who was involved with the real-life event, all the people that got injured, the few people that got killed, everyone that worked as hard as they could to try to find the two that were responsible for it. It pays a great tribute to those, and it's one of those movies that you have to see at the theater, because when you sit down in a dark theater and you just look at that screen and seeing all these events happening, it really sucks you in. It feels like you're there. And I like those type of movies. Ones that feel really realistic. Ones that, you know, you feel like you can't leave because you want to see what happens. I love those type of movies. Type of real life event movies. And this is definitely one of the best movies I've ever seen. And that's the honest truth. It's very emotional, and it's one of those moments that after you watch it, you just kind of think about it a little bit. Or at least for I did. I waited a little bit after the movie before I did stuff because it really hits you and it really makes you think about it a little bit. And again, I like those kind of movies. And I'm going to give Patriots Day a 10. I really recommend seeing this movie in theaters. This is one of those movies that I'm going to be thinking about for a while. And I can't wait to add it to my Blu-ray collection when it comes out. So that's my review for Patriots Day. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments section. Or let me know if you remember where you were when you heard about the Boston bombing. For me, I was just coming home from school when my dad told me about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any ideas for a movie you'd like me to review, then leave them down in the comments section. And I'll see you guys next time.